Hi, this is Damon Miller with CloudSwitch, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install and configure our enterprise appliance under VMware ESX. This really involves two steps as you see here: deployment of the appliance into ESX and initial configuration of the appliance. This process assumes that you've already registered for an account with CloudSwitch and that you've downloaded the ESX version of Enterprise. Let's first take a look at what we downloaded. Here we have the enterprise appliance, specifically an OVF formatted virtual machine. The easiest way to deploy the appliance into ESX is to launch the virtual infrastructure client and click File, Deploy OVF Template. This will allow you to select the OVF file directly, and after selecting a location and a host or cluster, the appliance will be deployed automatically. The deployment process can take several minutes depending on the bandwidth available to the ESX server, so I'm going to fast forward this process a bit so we can move on to configuration. Okay, once deployment is complete, click Close. After this, you can power on the appliance. The appliance will start, and after a few seconds we'll see the initial configuration screen. First, we'll assign a hostname and administrative password. Make sure you remember the password you enter here, since it will be needed later for activation purposes. After setting the hostname and password, we'll also need to provide basic network information. I'm going to use DHCP for this appliance, but you could certainly provide a static address as you see here. If I click Next, we'll see the final configuration step, setting the time zone. I am indeed in US Eastern, so I'll leave this at its default value and click Next. The appliance will store our settings, create a certificate for identification, set up its local database, and start all of our services. Once this is completed, we'll see the default console view showing version information, as well as a URL we can use for accessing the appliance through a web browser. At this point, the appliance is ready for activation. I'll cover activation in the next video, so this actually concludes our quick overview of deploying and configuring the CloudSwitch appliance under VMware ESX. If you haven't already done so, please check out the rest of our how-to videos. Thanks for listening.